Okay, I think it should be live stream right now. So hi everyone. So I'm back after quite some time. I think it's been about 1 year or so. So right now receiving a bit of comments and thinking back and forth about starting back my YouTube channel, and so decided to continue and to do more like papers for people to watch. And I see that actually there's quite a bit of people who are watching. So what I'm planning to do from here onwards for the next next school terms. Just nice, today is the first day of term 3. So what I'm planning to do is to do occasionally to come on live to do like papers to share the working process, and then hopefully when you guys search online for some help for papers of doing, you guys will be able to get to here, and then you guys can get the papers and then work it out with me. Okay, so subsequently I will also be putting the papers in the comment section or in the description so that you guys will be able to gain access to the papers lah. Okay, maybe in the future I will see if I can put the papers together with the preparation of the live. Then we see how it works from there. Sorry, my eyes a bit swollen here. Oh, dry eyelids. Okay, but nevertheless, apart from YouTube, I will also be doing this on Instagram, so it will be an IG live. Okay, so people on IG will be able to reach out to me as well. Okay, I'm not sure. I think the audio is going on, so should be okay lah, huh? Okay, so I'll give me quick 2 minutes while I also set up my papers, and then I'll also start my IG live as well. Okay. Not sure you guys can also hear the background music. Try something out. So yeah. Stop. So it's about like that. Okay, I'm going live. Okay, so there's no cover page for this, obviously. It's just going to be Sec 4 Emacs prelim, St. Gabriel's paper. So if you guys are doing O-level this year and you guys are doing your Emacs paper, so you guys can also follow along with this. Okay, maybe after this live, let me work out on giving you guys the paper itself. In any case, you guys can also follow along the questions to do. Okay, is it a bit dark over here? I try a bit dark. So I can adjust the windows. Is it brighter this way? No, no difference. Probably this side. Ah, okay. Slightly better. Hopefully this works. Okay, because I'm actually streaming in both YouTube and IG right now. So let's see how the effect goes. I have no idea yet. So all right, let's start. Okay, I think it should be live on IG right now. So for those of you who are watching on IG, all right, hi guys, it's me back again. So it's been quite a while since we did papers, and it's the first time I'm doing on IG. I'm trying out a different setup. So today is the first day of the term 3 of for the schools. So in view of the preparation for subsequent and upcoming exams like O levels, or PSLE and all these things, I'm considering and planning to do papers along on live so that people can actually watch and follow through. And then at the same time, I'm also planning to see how we can put the papers on the different platforms so that you guys have access to it. Okay, but the main objective is to let you guys just follow along the working process. Okay, and also I take this as part of my documenting journey lah. So in the future, if you guys want to come back to this again, or maybe in the future I want to do some post productions, I can always fall back on these things. Okay, Okay. In the meantime, I think IG is live already. I do have some stats here. 应该可以的吧？有吗？吧 Okay. It says live here, but have. Okay. Audio is playing. Audio muted. Okay. I hope I'm not doing muted videos for the rest of my. Okay, I'm going to plan to stay here for about 2 hours. So it's about right now it's about 10:30. So we can do it about until about 12:30-ish. So we see how much we can cover for this paper. Normally for Sec 4 EMATS paper, the duration is about 2 hours, 2 hour 15 or 2 hour, 2.5 hours. Okay, but this one is a paper. This one is a paper one, if I remember, or it's a full paper. Okay. Anyway, these papers are just being taken off the internet. So no planning on like to do my own. I'll just get them and just do along the way. Okay. Okay. In the meantime, let me get my stuff. Okay. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I think with the obviously all calculators can be used. So let's start off with this simple one. Okay, calculate square root of negative 35 over 27 minus negative 11 whole 11 square over 81. Okay, a few things we can simplify first. So before we start plunging in to do stuff, this minus 11 square shall be minus 121 over 81. So this is something that you want to look to be careful of. Okay, so it's minus 35 over 27, then plus 121 divided by 81. Then I square root this, I get 4 over 9. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, let me also adjust my position a bit. 可以吗？ Okay, okay, come, let's go. Okay, let's continue on this. Okay, this chart, question 2. This chart shows the number of subscribers of two telecom companies from 2019 to 2021. Explain why the charts give the impression that StarTel has a higher increase in the number of subscribers compared with SingHub from 2019 to 2021. Okay, pretty obvious because the scales are different. The scales are totally different and they move along different scale. So we can say that the axis on the y-axis on the graphs are different. Okay. For StarTel, each unit increment is smaller than that of SingHub. Interesting, they just changed the names. I think that will be enough already. In fact, I already given more than enough information already. Okay, so let's continue. This one quite simple. So a few things that we can look at when it comes to comparing graphs. Number one, we can look at the axis. Okay, how much does it increase? Whether is it 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, they increase by 0.1. 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, they increase by 0.5. So the scaling is already different. That's number one. Number two, we can also see whether do they start from 0 or not. Like for example, do they start at a random value? Anyway, from these two, they start at a different value. One start at 2, one start at 2.5. Okay, so these are also things that we can also look at. Okay, just need to take note on this. All right, next. The diagram shows a container made from a cylinder and a frustrum. Water is poured into this container. Which of these diagrams represent and graph the depth against t time in seconds? Okay, So we got four options here. Okay, let's look at the construct of the diagram. First of all, we have a uniform solid. Okay, it is a cylinder. More importantly, it's quite uniform. That means during this period when the water goes in, the water height will go up uniformly. That's the idea. That means this is the time where P happens. Because after that, the frustrum, that means they open up like that. Okay. So we can see that at least we can already eliminate some options. Number one, diagram 3 and diagram 4 are confirmed wrong. They are confirmed wrong. Because from time 0 to time P height, I think it's P is here. Yes, correct. So diagram 3 and diagram 4 is confirmed wrong. Why? Because it must supposed to go up from a straight line. So only 1 and 2 fits the bill. Okay. So a few things we can actually compare. Okay. After that, when we look at the frustrum, which is the one on top, you can see it open up. As it open up, it means that the height of the water will actually go smaller. That means because the same amount of water, it has more surface area to follow. And more surface area to fill. Okay, so this one can just think of common sense. Don't really need to memorize any graphs or anything. So the answer here will be diagram 2. Because it will get slower and slower and slower as the radius get wider and wider. Okay, so diagram 2. What does the value of P in the graph represent? Just now when we were talking and blabbering first, and then we actually talk about the significance and the impact of P. Okay, in this case, it represents, because P had to take note, a lot of people will confuse it with the time. Because at first I thought it was time, but like P seconds. Then later we will look at the axis and say, hey, it's not. So how? So in fact, P is being measured along is a measurement of length. So what can we imply? Actually, P represents what does P represent? Represents the height of the cylinder. Okay, so for those of you who just joined my IG, okay, I'm doing a Sec 4 EMATS Prelim paper from 2022. This school is from St. Gabriel's. Okay, this is also in prep for the O-level sprint, and also I'm doing it on YouTube as well. So for those people who are watching on YouTube, you guys will also be able to follow. Okay, on this question, this one quite straightforward. A bit of a thinking and relation over there. Okay, let's continue. Okay, question 4a. Express 4 plus 7x minus x squared in the form of minus this whole thing. As you can see, the moment we see this, it must be completing the square. Nothing else must be completing the square. Okay, so let's go and so for those of you who forgot what is completing the square, follow along with the steps over here. So first of all, I go and rearrange the terms such that my minus x squared is in front. Okay. Secondly, we take out the minus from everything. So the signs inside as a result will change. And then after that, what we can do is for the x squared minus 7x minus 4, we will do the completing the square just for the things in the bracket. So we ignore the minus sign outside. The minus sign will come in later on. Okay, so we just do what's inside first. So we open up a square bracket. Then we have x minus 7 over 2 square because it follows the sign. For those of you who don't know what's going on with this completing a square, you can go back and revise on completing a square. Okay. Or you can maybe ask questions or in the YouTube or whatsoever. Okay. Let me see. I can open up my YouTube live also so that I can see comments from there. Yeah, it's live. Good. Okay. Okay, now I'm seeing on my stuff here already. Is my music too loud? Let me adjust a bit. Okay, can. Okay, let's continue. After we created the algebraic identity from the first two terms, that's the idea. X squared minus 7x will be part of a algebraic identity. Okay, in which what I call the three sacred lines. Okay, so after that, we need to make up for it because this term is being created. 7 over 2 square is being created. Okay, minus 4. Okay, and then we go and clean up the terms inside because all the constants here can be tidied up. Okay, so we have, oh shit, hang on. Oh, zoom in too much, zoom in too much. Okay, why it rotates, yeah? Rotate left. Okay, sorry. Salah, salah. Accident on accident. Okay, let me adjust again. No choice. I'm a left-hander, so all the scrolling stuff is on my left-hand side also. Okay. All right. Okay, it's good on IG also. Okay, can. Let's continue. So from here, let's continue to clean up the terms over here. Okay, 7 over 2 is 3.5. 3.5 square is 12.25. 12.25 minus 4, 16.25. Okay, my calculations can be a bit fast because I don't want to bore you with the pressing of calculator. Okay, but just to let you know that these terms come from here. Okay, then after that, the things inside the square bracket is already completed. Okay, then we will put in the minus sign. This is the most clearest, most simple, most efficient way of doing it. Okay, since in the question they didn't mention what's the value of k in mixed number, in decimal, whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Oh, so because they only want it in this form, so I can just copy this wholesale as my answer. That's it. Okay, so it's okay. Let me just beautify a bit. Like that. Okay, if you want to make it look nice, okay, you can always convert this one to 65 over 4. 也是可以. No right, no hard and fast rule as long as the numbers are inside can already. In their answer scheme, okay, I've seen through all the answer schemes already. Normally they will have different variations of what they accept. As long as you are able to get this certain value, we are good. Okay, so don't need to get too tied up about this one. Okay, let's continue on this. Okay, if that's the case, write down the maximum value of this whole thing. Okay, maximum value you just need to take from whatever completing the square that you take. The x coordinates will be 7 over 2. Then the y coordinate will be 65 over 4. That is already the maximum value. So the completing the square, the purpose of doing completing the square is not just for you to solve for the equation if you need to, but also you'll be able to see the maximum and minimum points straight away from the form itself. Okay, so when we learn different ways of solving for quadratic equations, make sure you know what is each purpose for lah. Normally, when you solve quadratic equations, you won't be using completing the square unless in this kind of questions where they tell you so. Okay, but nevertheless, you must know how to do. Okay, that's the idea. Okay. Okay, come, let's continue. Okay. Okay, question 5. A box contains 6 red, 10 blue, and n yellow. A cube is chosen from the box at random and then replace. That means, okay, replace important. Replace means I take out already, I put back. In some cases, where it's not replaced, you take out already, the total will change. Because for the next time you take something, the total will be -1. But in this case, it's replaced. So we take out, we must put back. The total won't change. Okay? So take note. Write down in terms of n, the probability that is not a red cube. Okay? Not a red cube. Pretty simple. 10 plus n, which is the number of non-red cubes, over 16 plus n, which is the total number of cubes. Because this is the first choice, the first round of choosing the cube. So nothing happens yet. Okay, nothing should happen also. So 10 plus n over 16 plus n. We don't know what n is, so we just, and that means there's nothing else to simplify. We shall leave it as such. Okay. Okay, next, given another n cubes are added to the box, the probability of not choosing a red cube is now 9 over 16. Another n cubes. This n should be the same, n how? Yeah, okay. The probability of not choosing a red cube is now 9 over 16. Okay, pretty simple. It's just a simple algebra. So just now the probability is 10 plus n plus n. Oh, non-red. Because when n weight cubes are added in, I don't want to choose weight cube. I don't want to choose. So my probability is still 10 plus n, which is the 10 blue and the n yellow. Okay. Or this one can be a bit confusing if you are not following the question. So this one comes from the yellow. Okay. And then this one comes from the red. No, the blue, sorry. Then we have the new total, which is 10 plus n. I use different colors to represent the color of the cubes. And then n plus 6 weight. And then I add another n weight. Like that. And it tells us that this probability is now 9/16. From here, go and solve algebra. Super easy already. Okay, just go and simplify the stuff and then go and solve. 10 plus n, 16 plus 2n equal 9/16. Okay, from here, if you really don't know how to do, just cross multiply your algebraic fractions. Okay, so 16 times 10 plus n equals to 9 times 16 to n. Okay, let me just do an arrow here. Okay, do your normal expansion. Shouldn't be a difficult thing here. 90, 54, 144, 144 plus 18n. So 16 equals to 2n. N is 8. So find the total number of cubes in the box. They never ask for the value of n. They ask for the total number of cubes in the box after putting n cubes inside. So we need to go back and find 16 plus 2n, which is 16 plus 16. 32. Okay, so read the question carefully. Take note of what they're asking for. Don't just, oh yes, I saw for n already, pang gang, then just put inside. Okay, it doesn't work that way. So read the question carefully because they're asking for the total number of cubes in the box. So we answer according to what they want. Okay, otherwise, if you put n equals to 8, maybe you get 2 marks for the method, 2 marks for working. But my philosophy is we don't bank on that. Okay, always go for the full score. Look at the question carefully, answer what they want. Don't have the mentality that, okay, when you solve for something already, okay, I did my best. I pray to the bell curve course. Okay. No. Okay, always strive for the most highest excellence and accuracy. A bit negative over here, but that's my philosophy. Come, let's continue. Okay. More like whether me okay or not, right? Okay, let's continue. Question 6. In the diagram, AB is a tangent to the circle O. AB is tangent. Okay, can. C is a point on the circumference. OC parallel to AB. Reflects angle AOC. Find AOB. AOB. Okay, interestingly, AOB, there's no line there. So what we can do is that we draw the line ourselves. OB. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so what they are looking for is this angle. Okay, interestingly, there's a lot of things we can actually find. Okay, and once we draw this line, it gets pretty simple. Okay. First of all, we must understand that because AB is a tangent, therefore OBA must be 90 degrees. ABO must be 90 degrees because AB is perpendicular to the radius. This one must write down. Okay, how many marks is this? 3 marks. Okay, all these things are quite standard So ABO is 90. Okay, at the same time, we can also find AOC because AOC will be 360 minus 216 will be 144. So this one is angles at a point. Interestingly is that they never asked us to write reasons, but writing reasons at Sec 4 level is a must. Whether they say or without saying. It's like in primary school, when we do fractions, we must simplify. It is the same thing. When you do angle question in upper sec already, right, you must be able to write down reasons. If you don't write reasons, they have to verify to penalize you. Okay, so I'm more stringent in this case. Okay, so let's continue. So this is 144, AOC 144. So you see that if we find AOC, we will be able to find OAB, which is this one. Why? So AOB will be 180 minus 144. Why is that so? Because it's angles on the same segment. Okay, so this one goes back to our basics of parallel lines. If you see a pair of parallel lines like that, you can just cut. So these two will be add up to 180. These two must be supplementary angles. It's a must. This one learned from P6 already. Okay, if you still need remembering on this one, go back to your Sec 1 stuff. Sec 1 and P6 stuff. Okay, angles on the same segment. So it should be 36. With this one, we can find AOB already. Very simple now. Okay, so no, AOB. What am I talking about? OAB. I'm so sorry. So AOB will be 180 minus 90 minus 36. So this is my 36. This is my what we need to find. This 90. Okay, so 180 minus 36 minus 90. Okay, so 90 minus 36 would be 54. Okay, okay on this? Quite straightforward, but on the fact that you must be able to do all your recover all your the reasoning, angle reasoning. Okay, this one angle reasoning Sec 1, Sec 2 is the main time where you guys practice on that one. So if you're not sure on this one, go back to Sec 1, Sec 2 stuff. I hope you guys still have your Sec 1, Sec 2 stuff. Okay, otherwise, if you really don't have, Sec 3 also can. But the practicing of angles, not that much. Unless you are going, because for that one, for Sec 3, right, you already going into circles already. That means you need to learn new properties according to circles. That means how these triangles and stuff relate to circles. But for this basic angle stuff, right, need to go back to Sec 1, Sec 2. Okay, so this one go and see. Okay, can. Next, solve the equation 3 minus 2x over 4 equal to 6 minus x plus 5 over 7. Okay, so this one quite easy. It's just basic fractions and stuff. So let's go into it. Over 4. Okay, first of all, I want to put all the fractions on one side. Easier to solve that way. Okay, so x plus 5 over 7 equals to 6. Okay, after that, what do? I want to make this one to be the same denominator. Okay, this one, if you are not sure on how to do, this one go back to your Sec 1. This one, Sec 1, algebraic fractions. Okay, what am I doing? 4. Like that. Okay, this one go back to algebraic fractions. It's just basic manipulation only. Okay, so we expand on what we have here. 21 minus 14x plus 4x plus 20 over 28 equals to 6. Okay, we clean up the terms in the numerator. So it'll be how many? Minus 10x, then plus 41. At the same time, we can also bring the 28 over. So divide by 28, we bring over to the right hand side, it becomes times 28. Okay, so it's 28 times 6. This one is 28 times 6. 168. Okay, just like that. Okay, in the meantime, let me just quickly check whatever they are doing here. All right, looks good. Okay, let's bring over. Minus 10x plus 41 equals to 168. So 10x equals to 41 minus 168. Okay, or rather, I don't want to work with negative numbers. I try my best not to. So negative 10x equals to 168 minus 41, which is 127. So therefore, x will be 12.7. This is another way of looking at it also. Okay, I want to work with positive numbers as much as I can. So I won't be too confused or too scared with like sign change and all that stuff. Okay, so this is the kind of mentality that I hope students will also have. Okay, so answer negative 12.7. Okay, decimal, mixed number, improper fraction, mixed number, whatever 都可以. Okay, this one, like I said, same thing, not so stringent about it. As long can solve can liao. Okay. 14, 4, minus 10. Okay, looks good. Okay, so this is on overall how it works. 3 marks ah, this one should be a giveaway lah. 没有理由拿不到的. No reason not to get it. Okay, let's continue. Okay, on the Venn diagram, shade the region which represents A intersect B naught. A intersects B naught. This one very easy. Because B naught, okay, at the same time, let's revise a bit about set notation. B naught, or you can say B prime. B prime means complement of B. Okay? Or a more simpler sense, it means what? Not B. Or things other than B. That's the idea. Okay? So I don't want B, but I want A intersect with things that's not B. So it's here. It's the egg white lah. 那个蛋白啦. Okay, this one quite straightforward lah. A intersect B prime. Okay, let's continue. Part B, integers. The universal set is 1 to 100. So 1 and 100 are inclusive. A is perfect squares. B is odd number. C is integers ending in 3, ending with 3. That means the last digit. Last digit is 3. Okay, just need to take note. Oh, list the elements is A intersect B. A intersect B. List the elements. A intersect B. They must be perfect squares. They must be odd numbers. Wow, a lot leh. A perfect square, not a lot. Okay, but easier. Can count one, can count. Okay, odd number. Huh? So we run down the list of perfect squares first. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 100 不算. So these are my elements. Okay, like I always mention to all my students at this point, please go and memorize your squares and cubes. Go and memorize. Okay, it will always do you good. Things like this, when you do perfect squares, right, straight away you can recall all of these already. Okay, can I? Find the number of elements in things not B and C. Huh? 0. Why? Okay, interesting. B prime means not odd number, because B is odd number. B prime means not odd number. Not odd number means even. So this one I want even numbers. C is integers ending in 3. How can a number be even number and it ends in 3 at the same time? Cannot be, ma. Doesn't make sense, ma. 0. Okay, very interesting question here. So when we reason things out and then we, in a way, exercise our common sense lah. Common sense. 0 咯. 0. Yeah, because they're asking for number of elements, 就是没有. Tak boleh. Tak ada. Don't have. Okay, so 0. 0 shall be it. Quite interesting question, huh? But it's okay. 就这样做呗. Okay, let's continue. In the sequence, the same number is added each time to obtain the next term. The first 5 terms of the sequence, 11, x, y, z, 27. Okay, very important, because you see, x, y, z can be any number, but they give us the biggest clue. The same number is added each time to obtain the next term. What does this mean? This is an AP. Okay, in my notes, in what I share with my student, this is called arithmetic progression. That means every term that you increase, right, is the same number. Okay, so using this idea, how can we do so? If I were to elaborate, if I were to take this one and extend out, 11, x, y, z, 27. So essentially, what does it mean? Let's say the common difference. Okay, when I talk about AP, talk about progression, we must talk about common difference. If you don't know what's common difference, go back to Sec 1. Go back to Sec 1, your notes Sec 1 notes, and go and find. Okay, I let the common difference be D. So this is plus D, plus D, plus D, plus D. We must be able to see this. So that means, right, from 11 to 27, I plus how many D? I plus 4D. Okay, plus 4D. So 11 plus 4D is 27. 4D is 16. D equals to 4. That means, right, for this sequence to be valid, every term must be increased by 4. Then it becomes damn easy already. Okay, 11 plus 4, 15, plus 4, 19, plus 4, 23. Straight away. Okay? Because we are observing the only thing that's constant within this entire whole string of terms is the common difference. That means how much does it increase each time for each term. Okay, so use that to go and find out. So far, the paper quite easy, eh? Not that much of a challenge. You can do. Okay. Write down expression in terms of n, the n term of sequence means Tn. Tn, the general term. General term means what? Okay, I use my method 0 term plus Dn. Okay. The last time when I discussed about this online, they haven't come out with 0 term plus Dn yet. Okay. It's only in the recent 2 years where teachers start to selectively and discreetly share with students. Normally, what I observe, they share with their G2 students because this is easier to understand as compared to A plus N minus 1D. That one too much to handle already. So 0 term plus Dn 就可以了. Okay. So we know that D is 4. So here common 4n. So you need to understand what is the term before 11 if we follow this logic. 7. Because if I was zoom in here, what is something plus 4? Something plus 4 gives me 11. So 7. This is the idea. This is called the 0 term. So the term will be just be 4n plus 7. 7 plus 4n 随便都可以. Okay? Quite easy, right? Okay for this? Okay, if you guys have any questions on this, right, go ahead and then leave your comments in the either you're watching it from YouTube or you're watching it from Zoom or you're watching it from IG. Okay, I stream in all 3 channels already, so you can go and have a look. Okay. Okay, let's move on. 10a. X to the power of n is 10. Find the value of 2x to the power of negative 3n. Quite a lot of things going on, but not to worry. We just break them out one by one. Okay. I think the first thing that we need to take note is this one. It looks very bombastic, a lot of crazy little things over there. But if you were to break it up on its own, it will be 2 times x to the power of negative 3n. Your background music very soothing. Thank you so much. I'm trying things out also. So I'm not sure it will send my students to sleep or send them to focus. Okay. So at the same time, this x to the power of negative 3n, I need to break it apart. So I want to make x, the objective is this. I want to make my x to the power of n one standalone term. Okay. So that I can see what to focus on. A bit too loud. Am I too loud or the music too loud? Okay, I tell a bit. Okay, I think should be better now. Maybe lo-fi music better. Okay, later cause cannot hear me. Oh, that means for the past don't know how long I've been talking. I've been competing my voice against the music. But it's okay. We just try. Anyway, this one I will do some post edits later on. Not so much also. Is this better? Hopefully lah. Okay. Now from this x, okay, back here. So x to the power of negative 3n. So this is easier. You think no sound better? 关掉. Okay lah, 关掉咯. In the past, my past streams, all of them, I've been doing no sound, but a bit bland. Maybe next time round I try lo-fi music. Maybe next time round I try lo-fi music. Okay, but now I off first. Okay, so x to the power of n. So the minus 3, how can we take out? Always remember, if the powers multiply together, that means if you were to take them out, it is a power. So it's x to the power of n to the power of -3. That's the idea. Okay. And then from the previous statement, they give us that x to the power n is 10. So just put at hand. The objective here is to make the expression, right, so comfortable such that you can slot what you're given inside. Then you will be able to solve already. Okay, so 2 times 10 to the power of -3, which is 2 times 1 over 1000. Okay, and then I simplify this one will be equals to 1 over 500. So it's 1 over 500. Now can hear. I guess in the future there shall be no music then. Never mind, this one is my first stream. We try along the way. Okay, so this one quite okay. Quite okay lah, huh? Okay, so this one recaps on the idea of indices. Okay, so indices, not sure where to go. Sec 3, chapter 1. Sec 3, chapter 1. Indices. Okay, go and recap on the 5 laws of indices, and then you'll be able to understand and appreciate this question better. Okay, can. Next one, the second question of indices also. A lot of things going on, got -6. Okay, thanks, Lauren. Okay, so simplify 8m cubed over n to the power of -6 to the power of 1/3 divided by n to the power of -4 over n cubed. A lot of things going on, got negative, got fraction, got divide. How? One thing at a time. Okay, one thing at a time. Okay, I may spend more time writing more steps lah, huh? For those of you who are faster, go ahead and do it as long as you can get the correct answer. Okay, for me, I'm more cautious and more timid in the sense that I want to write more steps to ensure that everything is done very nicely. Okay, so number one, a few things we can do first. The first thing that I want to do is the negative powers. So that means, right, if a simple idea is this: if you see a negative power, like for example, n to the power of -6 and n to the power of -4, what can we do? It tells you that they are in the wrong place. If they are in the denominator, it should be in the numerator. So how can we write this? And same thing for vice versa. So if I were to rewrite this whole thing, it will look like that: 8m cubed n to the power of 6. So the idea here is I want to make all the powers positive. Then we talk about like cross factoring lah, keep change flip lah, whatever you guys learn it lah. Okay, put the correct things in the correct place first. That's the idea. Okay, then the rest don't touch. We work on things one by one. I know a lot of you want to get ahead and skip ahead. Okay, but I want to do things one by one. Okay, so 1 over m to the power of 4 n cubed. Count on this. Okay, next I want to settle the divide sign. I don't like to work with divide signs. Okay, I shall work with positive, which is multiply. So this one I state the same. I times m4 and 3. You realize that now when I switch the signs, I didn't change the power. Changing the power is what I did previously already. So don't confuse. 哇，要跳来跳去，跳来跳去。Just now n -4 now become n4. Why? Okay, step by step. Here's the key. Step by step. Okay, and then here we can expand the bracket already. Okay, 8 to the power of 1/3 is 2. Then m, then n square. Okay, for things in the bracket, 8, the integer itself, you need to work with the power. So 8 to the power of 1/3, which means cube root lah. Okay, so it's 2. 2mn square times n to the power of 4 n cube. Then we can group the like terms already. Yay. So 2 n to the power of 5 n to the power of 5. This is my answer. Okay. 2m 5 n 5. I know that's not a proper way to say it lah. Okay. 2n to the power of 5 n to the power of 5. That's the idea. Okay. Okay, so you can see that same thing like I mentioned previously. I may write a bit more steps, but I will always ensure that whatever steps I'm writing will guarantee me my correct answer. Okay, it's not just to do and do and do, sprint and sprint and sprint. When you reach the ending point already, then you go back and see, I made a lot of mistakes back there. Okay, that's not the way to do it. Okay, every step of the way, we need to ensure that everything is guiding us step by step closer to our answer. Okay, very important, especially when it comes to this kind of questions, a lot of complicated shit down there. Okay, so when we do it step by step, we will clear things out one by one. Okay, we remove the obstacles one by one. Okay, quite important now, this one. Okay, let's continue. Given that y equals to square root 9 minus 4x, find the value of y when... Can I just find the answer? Can 7. Okay, quite easy. Okay, but of course, this is based on experience, we can already see the answer immediately. Okay, so if we were to do this, it will be 9 minus 4 times negative 10. So this one is 9 plus 40 lah, which is like that lah. 就这样子。Okay, so that means they give me 7 lah. 这个不用我讲了。Okay, rearrange the formula to make x the subject. Okay, this one Sec 1 stuff. I don't know why a lot of Sec 1 stuff here. Maybe it's a paper 1. Okay, can. Then let's continue. So make x the subject. So I write down the things first. Okay, first of all, I want to get rid of the square root. So I square both sides. And then I want to make x to be a standalone. I want to throw everything else to the other side. So my 4x equals to 9 minus y squared. So x shall be 9 minus y squared over 4. Like that. Can follow? I don't want to go into the little details about why you shift over, the sign change, I shift 4x over, all this stuff. I don't want to go through all this already. If you are having troubles and struggles with this, right? Same thing, go back to our Sec 1 practice. This is Sec 1 stuff. Okay, can So x will be 9 minus y squared over 4. 就这样。2 marks shouldn't be a difficult thing. Okay, let's continue. Let's go. The diagram shows a regular decagon. Okay, decagon 是什么意思？ Decagon means 10 sides. Okay, must know. Technically, you want to go and count, can lah. But they say decagon, just use it lah. Okay. The side BC, let's see. The side BC is produced to A, and BDE is a straight line. Find the value of PQR. Okay. Quite straightforward actually. You can just need to distinguish where is the exterior angle, where is the interior angle, and what can you find. Okay. So because BC, the side BC, they already tell us that the side BC, that means BC is part of the decagon. You see, because based on the diagram itself, people may be thrown off in terms of like the things that. Okay, but we need to know that BC is a side. That means P is an exterior angle. And exterior angles, based on what we learned in Sec 1, is that for any number of sides, for any polygon, the sum of exterior angles will always be 360. Okay, let me just quickly write it down here first. For any polygon, I say again, for any polygon, the sum of all exterior angles must always be 360. It is a must. There's no exceptions to it. Okay, whether it's a triangle, quadrilateral, hexagon, heptagon, whatever, nanogon, whatever, it will always be 360. So from using this fact, it's easy to solve for P already. So the P will be 360 divided by the number of sides, 36. Okay, so here's the first one. Okay, then next find for Q. Q is also another easy one because we are looking at as a triangle BCD. Okay, in BCD. And normally when you talk about polygons, the first thing that we must always relate is isosceles triangle. Okay, if you don't know what is isosceles triangle, go back to P6. P6, P5 is the first exposure. Okay, it's never too shameful or embarrassed to go back to very, very old stuff. Okay, but take this time to go and recap on all these fundamentals. Okay, so BCD itself is a interior angle. So BCD is an isosceles triangle because if I were to focus here, it will be like that. Okay, so Q will be quite simple already because Q will be 180 minus 36. This tells us the 180 minus the interior angle, which is 144, divided by 2, which is 18. Just like that. Okay, because this one is the interior angle, this is 144. That's the idea. We want to find Q. Okay? Can I? So Q is 18. Okay, right again. 36, 18. Oh, what happened to my paper? Please tell me I got save. Okay. Sometimes my paper will jam a bit. Okay, so okay, never mind. At least much of the things are still here. So Q equals to 180 minus 144 over 2 equals to 18 degrees. Okay, now let's look for, what are we looking for? R. Okay, interestingly, R is outside the decagon. Outside. But what we know is that we got this one. We can find this. Okay, when we find this, we can take 180 minus this angle to find R. So what's the idea here? As we know that blue color angle, this one will be an interior angle minus Q. Okay, so it will be 180 to find R. I'm writing the R here. Then what is in the bracket is the blue angle. Okay, so it's 144 minus Q, which is 18. So it's 180 minus how many? 126, which is how many? 54. Just like that. Interesting, P is 2 times of Q, R is 3 times of Q. Okay 咯，可以的。Is very common. Quite simple lah, 3 marks, 1 mark for each. That means all of these working should be very simple. Can? Okay. Let's continue. 13. The table shows the number of hours spent on social media by 100 people who responded in the survey. If the mode is 2 hours, write down the smallest value of X and the corresponding value of Y. Okay? Interestingly is that the mode is 2 hours. Okay, you're talking about averages here. Mode means what? Mode means majority. 最多人的那个. Okay? So the most people. Okay? And they say the total is 100. Okay, a few things you need to consider. We cannot just say that, oh, mode is 2 hours. Right now, the highest number is 26. So highest 27. Can we say that? Okay, actually, the answer is no, we cannot say that. Because we need to consider that the total is 100. The total is 100. So we need to consider if the number of hours for 2 is, if this X is 27. Oh, sorry. If X is 27, what will my Y be? Will my Y be higher? This is what we need to go and test. We need to go and test first. We cannot just assume. Okay, so you just need to be very, very sensitive to it. So let's go and find out what is the current number of total first. So this 2 gives me 39. 39 plus 19 is 58. So that means my X plus Y must be equals to 42. Okay, so considering that my highest value if my smallest value of x is 27, that means slightly just one more higher than 26. It will be normal. It will be okay. Because why? If my x plus y must give me 42. If the smallest value of x is 27, my y will be smaller. And in this case, it's 15. And it makes sense. Therefore, I can straight away write 27. So before we go in and write 27, we must justify ourselves with all these reasons and calculations first. Okay, to tell ourselves that x plus y is 42, then we can say that, okay, the smallest value is 27. If they tell me the mode is 2, then as a result of that x is 27, my y is 15. Can I understand this one? This justification must come in. Okay, can. If the median is 2.5 hours, find the value of y. Okay, find the value of y. That means the median is somewhere inside here. Somewhere inside here. Okay, if the median is 2.5 hours, that means the 50th guy, the 50th guy is at the 2.5 hours. The 第50个人. Okay, 50th guy. Find the value of y. Median is 2.5. I take it as A and B are separate because the value of y will be different in this case. Oh, okay, median is 2.5. Because it's an even number. 50th. That means there will be exactly 50 people in 3, 4, 5, and there will be exactly 50 people in 1 and 2. That means this group here must be 50, this group here must be 50. So that the median guy must be exactly in the middle. The median means I arrange everyone, I just smack it in the middle. That's called median. Okay, so because it's an even number, so it's okay to have a 2.5 because now this is called group data. Okay, group data. So for group data, you can just cut it in the middle. So it's between 2 and 3 is middle, 2.5. So that means, right, my x here must be 38. No, sorry, 31. My x here must be 31. And as a result, my 26 plus 13 plus y must be equal to 50. And in this case, my y is 11. It must be 11. Because it's smack in the middle. We must understand what does median means. Mean median mode, if you're not sure, go back where? Sec 2. Sec 2 last topic on statistical data analysis. Okay, mean median mode is first introduced over there. Okay, Sec 2 last topic on stats. Sec 2 last topic. Okay, so if you want to do, what happened to my stream? Unable to connect. Sending data. I think it's still continuing, is it? Oh no, what happened? Is it? Oh my god, what happened to my Instagram live? Okay, hang on. It just hang. So I don't think I'll be losing much data. Let me just quickly resolve this thing. Interesting. Okay, I end the live video first on there. I'm not gonna discard my video. I need that. The live won't be saved. I don't want to discard. Oh my god. Let me see if I can create a new live again for that one. I have to do it again. Okay, last Tuesday. Sorry, for those people on YouTube, if you guys got any questions, you all can just ask. Okay, I'm not sure if how many people are watching, but I try my best. Okay, public. First time I'm using this new software to go and do streaming to various platforms. And using the IG layout. So if you guys go over to my IG at KM6134, you guys will be able to see it. Sending data 应该有了吧 I think the server bought already. Yes, I think we are back online. Okay, can. I can go live already. Steady. Okay, let's continue. Okay, sorry for the disruption. I don't know how much I have missed in IG, but I shall just continue as it is. I see that I see that it's not that much of a lag. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Should be all good. Okay, the time check 11:30. 1 hour, 14 questions. I think we are in pretty good pace. Really good pace. Let's continue on here. Okay, where am I though? How? My YouTube live is going well also. Let's continue on that. Okay, let's continue. Question 14. In January 2020, the exchange rate between US dollars and Singapore dollars is US1 to 1.3453. Mr. Lim invested US 5K into the account, paying compound interest 2.5% per year. Calculate the amount of US dollars in the account after 2 years. Okay, what's the keyword? Compound interest. Compound interest, if you forgot or you're not sure where? Go to Sec 3. Sec 3 financial transactions. Sec 3. Okay, so let's continue. US 5K. 2.5% per year. They also calculate the amount in US dollars. Means what? That means we just do in US dollar, no need convert. Later then we convert. I think part B got conversion, but then later on. Okay. So compound interest at 2.5% per year. So how do we compound? What's the formula for compounding interest? Let's go and understand this. Okay. So the amount. This amount is the amount that he will get after 2 years. Okay. So it will be 5,001 plus, what's the interest rate? 2.5 over 100. Because it's compounded yearly. Yes. So it's 2. This 2, I always share with my students. This 2 doesn't just mean years. It will also mean different time intervals. Depending on how much is it compounded. Is it compounded monthly, compounded quarterly, compounded every 6 months? Then this number, the power will change. Why? Because this 2, right, I tell my Chinese students 就是跳几次，翻几次。How many times did it compound? So 2 years now compound yearly means 2 times. So it's 2. So this 2, right, represents the number of time intervals. It's not strictly the number of years. So this one must take note. Okay. So this one quite straightforward. 1.25 in 1.025 times 2. Okay, this one just use calculator. This one no need to think too much over this thing. So this one is 5,000. 5,000 times 1 plus 2.5 over 100 to the power of 2. So you get 5253.25. Okay, quite straightforward. This one press calculator can already 2 marks. Okay, don't need to get too hard about this one. 0.25 like that. Yeah. Okay. In January 22, the exchange rate between Sing dollars and US dollars is 1 to 0.7415. He exchanged all his US dollars in the account to Singapore dollars. Did he make a gain or loss? Show your working clearly. Okay, let's have a look. So now we got 0.7415 US equals to $1. So how much does he have? He have 5253.25 USD. Equals to how much? Okay, this one quite straightforward. Okay, just go and do your calculator. So take the 5253.25 divided by 0.7415. You'll get 7,084.45. Like that. Did he make a gain or loss? confirm gain one 呢，上很多嘞。But never mind, we go and compare first. So this, let's go back and re-emphasize what does this number means. If not, we'll get lost. Okay, so this Sing dollars is Sing dollar after 2 years. Okay, so what we are actually comparing is if at 2019, this $5,000 converted to Sing dollars, is it going to be higher or lower than this 7,084? This is what we need to think through. Okay, so this is in 2 years. So this is SGD in 2022. That's the idea. Okay. So for this one, we need to go back and in a way time travel back a bit to go and find 2020. 2020. So that was back then she has only US 5K. So USD. So you need to use the exchange rate back then. Okay. So US $1 is equals to 1.3453. Okay. Then we have USD 5K equals to how much? So it's 5,000 times 1.3453 is about 672.6.5. Like that. Okay. Confirm gain one. Confirm gain one. Because it's compound interest. Compound interest is actually going very fast. If you are doing 2.5% per annum for 2 years, it's actually very fast already. Okay, confirm gain one. Confirm gain one. So did he make a gain or loss? Answer again. In fact, gain by $300+. Not bad. Okay. So what is the key in this question? We need to understand the different exchange rate and which exchange rate to use. Number one, because the exchange rate will always vary over time. Number two, we need to be very clear on what currency are we working on. Are we converting from US to Sing or Sing to US? And which rate do we write? This one quite important. So confirm gain one, John. Confirm gain one. I need to show working lah. So 2020 is 6,726.5 in Sing. And 2 years later is 7,084. Confirm gain one. Okay, so I just write here 2022. 2020. Then is this enough? Yes, this is enough for 3 marks. So you need to show 2022 is 1 mark. 2020, 1 mark. Gain 1 mark. Total 3 marks. That's the idea. Okay, let's continue. Is that okay? Okay, question 15. Maps and scales. Maps and scales, if you are not sure where to go to Sec 2. Hey, maps and scales. Maps and scales, Sec 1, Sec 2, both also have maps and scales. Okay. For Sec 1 is conversion for volume and length scales. For maps and scales is in Sec 2. Okay, so go and find out the information from there, the fundamentals from there. Okay. Okay, an area of 36 cm square represents an actual area of 9 km square. So the map is in a scale of 1 to n, find n. Super easy. Okay, first of all, they are both in the area scale. So we need to actually scale it down to a length scale first before we can do all the conversion and units and all the blah 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 stuff. Okay. So this one will be 6 cm to 3 km. Okay, I want to simplify things a bit because I don't want to work at 6 and 3. So I do 1 km to 2 cm. Okay, so I want it to 1 to n. When I write 1 to n, it means they both sides must be working on the same unit. Here, one is cm, one in km, cannot. So what do we need to do? I convert all to cm. 1 km, 1,000 meter. 1 meter is 100 cm. Like that. Okay, so I write down here. What do we do here? We do square root here. Then I simplify, I divide. Here I convert. So it's 2 to how many? 100K. So 2 to 100K means 1 cm to 50K. I was about to write K though. Like that. So this one is still simplify. Convert 就好了。1, 2, 3, yeah, correct. So 1 to n. And they say 1 to n means you don't need the units. So 1 to n will be 50,000. That's the answer. Can? Okay, B. Calculate the length of the road on the map in cm, which has the actual length of 1.64 kilometers. Okay, in this case, most students will somehow go back use 1 to 5, 1 to 50K scale. Okay, don't need. My answer is don't need. Because why? Yes, even though the 1 to 50K scale is correct, but that is the result after all the conversions that you did in the previous steps. So in fact, do yourself a service. You can always use the working scales. What do I mean by working scales? All of these are working scales that you can use to get your answer faster. You don't need to start working from 1 to 50K. Don't need. Okay. So in this part B, they are giving me a scale in kilometer and they are still comparing cm and km. Okay. So what can we do? We can always find the most simplest scale, working scale from the previous question that connects my cm and kilometer. So in this case, the most simple one I want to use is 2 cm is to 1 kilometer. From there, convert lah, faster what? Correct or not? So you don't need to do your 1 to 50K, all the stuff, then convert. Oh, 1 to cm, then I need to convert 50,000 cm to kilometer. Don't need. The more you convert, the more errors you will make. So we need to find ways to make it efficient. Huh? So go back, use working scale can already. So I want 1.64 kilometer. How many? So it will be 1.64 divided by 1 times 2. This one super easy. So it will be 3.28 cm. Done. Anyway, only 2 marks. Don't need to cry yourself over this thing. Don't need. It's just like that. Okay, so the idea here, I say again, is to use your working scale. You got a very nice working scale over here. Then use it. Can use one. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule for you to use the 1 to 50K. 不需要. Oh, so from here, the conversion becomes much more simpler in the sense. So you won't work with bigger numbers. Then you convert until you cry. Don't need. Okay. Okay, let's go back. Continue. This is paper 1, I believe. How much more? How much more? About 5 pages more. I think you can finish within 12:30. Can, no problem. Okay, let's continue. 16a, simplify 2a minus 3 square minus 4a minus 4. 2 marks. Give away. This one give away. Okay, this one nothing much to group and stuff. Just expand and group like terms. Okay, so 2a minus 3 square. I write down the question first. Like that. So straight away, I can expand the bracket. 4a square minus 12a plus 9 minus 4a square plus 16a. Okay, so from here, quite straightforward already. Okay, if you are not mastering this at this point of time, go back to where? This one, go back sec 2. Because this one got square. If this one no square, go back to sec 1, linear expressions. This one is quadratic expression. So go back to your sec 2 to recap. How do you do the expansion, your algebraic identities? This is the second line, by the way. So you must be able to quickly identify and then apply it immediately on the spot. If you are still having troubles with this, go back to your sec 2 stuff. I won't even bother writing 2ab anymore. It's straight away 12a because it's 2 times 2 times 3. Okay, by now it should be ingrained already. Okay, so let's continue. So the 4a square and 4a square here cancel off already. No more 4a square. Good lah. Okay, 16a minus 12a, 4a. Then I got 9. Oh, sorry. Plus 9. Done. Super easy, isn't? 4a plus 9. 就这样。Can? Okay, next one, 16b. Factorize completely 14x squared plus 7xy plus 3ay minus 6ax. Okay, normally we will see four terms. I say in my previous streams also, if you see four terms, I think of grouping. Here, there's nothing to expand. Okay, because it's factorized. Factorized means we put back the bracket. We 把那个衣服穿回去. We wear back the bracket. Okay, so we see two terms by two terms for grouping. 14x squared and 7x squared, 7xy. I can take out 7x, leaving me 2x in the bracket and y. Same thing for my next two terms. I can take out my 3a. I have y minus 2x. Then you see, this is 2x minus y. Y is 1 minus 2x. How? Never mind. The effect is I want to switch the positions of a term. What can you always do? Change the sign outside. So in fact, why does this work? Why does this work? Because essentially what we're trying to do here is we are factorizing out minus 3a instead of just 3a. But for convenience sake, for easier referencing, normally we take out just a constant. We don't really care about signs first. But you see, if there's a need to, after that, we can always write a second step. That's the idea. Okay? So from here, 2x minus y is already same in both brackets. We can do grouping now. So 7x minus 3a, 2x minus y. This is my answer. Okay, super, super easy. Just like that. Okay. I always mention in all my streams, it never hurts to write more. Okay, it never hurts to write more. In fact, the more you write, the clearer your thinking process will be, so that you will be able to, when in the future when you see such questions, right, you are able to do it fast. Is to write fast, write more, write efficient. That's my main philosophy when it comes to doing maths. Okay, we don't mind writing 2 to 3 steps more than other people, but it's about the clarity in the process. When you are clear, you will not be scared, and you have higher commitment and higher confidence in your answer. As this one is confirmed sumpah correct. That is the kind of clarity and confidence that we want to have. Okay. Can Okay, continue. Ayo, point factorization. Wow. If you don't know this one, Sec 1. Sec 1 first topic, factors and multiples. I don't know why it's all here. But oh wells. Let's see. Okay. Prime factorization, two methods. Either you use branching or you use ladder. Okay. For me, I use branching. Okay. Most schools teach ladder. I'm sorry, that sucks. I don't like it. Okay. So I shall just do my product of fine my branching. So I got 1188. Okay. Obviously, from here, most people will see it as a divided by 2 because it's an even number. Okay. But I see this number can divide by 9 already. But if you see that you find it divided by 9 a bit too big. Okay, you don't know you don't know the process, right? Please, for prime factorization, do not use calculator. This is something that kind of pricks me a lot. Do not use calculator. Prime factorization is supposed to be done without using calculator. So let's say if you were to choose a factor and you cannot mental divide, then don't do it. Then don't use the factor. I know that this number can divide by 3, can divide by 9, can divide by I really can divide by 18 also. 9 and 2, 18, 6, 3, 18. Or can divide by 18 also. But I don't want to do so because I cannot mentally divide. So please don't go and press calculator just to get the answer. Don't. Okay? Start with things that are simple. Okay? So this one is 2. This one is 594. Then I go by 2. So you see that it's a bit like ladder, but you can do it the branching way. If you maybe you break down somewhere along the line, you see a number that you can quickly break down on a bigger number. Ladder gives you the branching gives you the flexibility to do so. Okay, so let's continue and have a look. So this one is 28, so it's 297. I see 297 is something I can see already. Okay, so this one is 11. This is 27. This is 3 cube. So you see from here, I recognize 297 as a multiple of 11. So I can just immediately break down from there. That's the idea. Okay. So as a product, it's 5 factors. 2, 8, 5, 8. Yeah, correct. So it's 2 square times 3 square times 11. Okay. Once you got this prime factorization already, right, then you pick up the calculator to what? To check. Just to check. Okay. Don't use this for the whole process lah. Times 9 times 11. Oh, 3 cube. Sorry, 3 cube. 少写一个. Like that. So it's 4 times 27 times 11. So on the calculator, you see, should be correct already. Can see my screen. Yeah, like that. Okay. 2 square times 3 cube times 11. So it's correct already. So use your calculator to check and just to check. Don't do it for like, oh, press divided by 2, testing, testing, testing. Oh, cannot. 3, testing, testing. Oh, cannot, like that. That one not using brain. Okay. So 2 square times 3 cube times 11. That's the idea. Okay. So the number 1188m is a perfect cube. Find the smallest integer value of n. This one, another easy stuff. Cube means what? Cube, let's recap. Cube means all your powers must be what? Divisible by 3. So they can cube root. Okay, so let's go back and see the prime factorization of this. We got 2 square, you got 3 cube, you got 11. Okay, 3 cube settled already. So we need to, in a way, top up some 2s and 11s to make sure that we can have a 2 cube and an 11 cube. That's the idea. So in order for m, I need to top up another 2 sets of 11, which is 11 square, and 1 set of 2. That's the idea. So 121 times 2, answer 242. Okay, 2 marks only. Should be 2 marks only. 1 mark lah. 1 mark, it means can see lah. 1 mark means normally it requires very minimal thinking and working. Just straightforward and go and see, observe. Okay? Yeah. See. Find the greatest integer that will divide both 1188 and 360 exactly. Exactly means what? You're looking for the highest common factor. Okay, highest common factor. I really hope my Sec 1 students can see this now, but I don't think they will. Okay, so 1188 and 360 exactly. We already got the prime factorization of 1188 already, so we'll need to do 360. But let's write down 1188 first so that we can compare together later on. Okay, this one boils down to a bit of presentation. So good habits can pick up. 360. 360 is one of the numbers with a lot of factors. Like a lot of factors. Okay, so I can just straight away. If you were to do ladder for 360, you will die because there are so many factors it can cut off. Divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. 360 is one of the numbers with the most factors. So I don't want to do that. I will just do 36 times 10. Okay, then I do 2 square times 3 square times 2 times 5. So it becomes 2 cube times 3 square times 5. Like that faster. Okay, please don't go and blindly do ladder. Please. This is a result of branching. Faster that way also. Okay. So let's bring it over. 2 square. 2 cube. 3 square times 5. So 8 times 5. Yes, correct. So find the greatest integer. How do we find the greatest integer? This one, same thing. Greatest integer, we're looking for what bases? We are looking for common bases. So we are only got 2 and 3 to be common among the two integers, the common bases. Okay, and then for greatest integer, what do we do in terms of power? We look for the lowest power. Highest common factor, lowest power. Lowest common multiple, highest power. Okay, this one always remember. So highest common factor, lowest power. I want the lowest power. So 2 cube and 2 square, I want 2 square. 3 square and 3 cube, I want 3 square. So answer 4 times 9, 36 answer. Just like that. Okay. The workings look very simple, but there's a couple of things that we need to remember. But not to worry. All this comes with experience. The more you do, the more you remember them. Okay? So that's we'll wrap up for question 15, I believe, or 17. So fast, 17 already. Very good. What time now? 12 o'clock. Okay lah, all good lah. Okay, can, sweet. Let's continue. In the diagram, these are like set 1 stuff. This one angle reasoning, what? Quite straightforward. Oh. Let's take a look. In the diagram, AED and ABC are straight lines. Where is A? Oh, covered by the word Jason. I'm so sorry. Let me just top it up. Okay, can. AE equal to EC. That's an isosceles triangle. BE is parallel to CD. Okay. So what is angle ECD? Angle ECD is how many? 42. Why 42? Because angle ABE is parallel. No, how to say? Angle ABE is equals to angle BCD. Why? Because of corresponding angles. Angle proofs go where? Sec 2. Okay. So therefore, angle BCD will be equal to 76 also. So we take, so angle ECD equals to 76 minus 34 equal 42. That's it. Angle EDC, I want this one. Okay. Angle EDC, how many? They should have asked us to find a blank. Okay, not impossible, but a bit of steps needs to be done now. Because EDC is part of a triangle, and I know that BCD is 76. And okay, so I just do my working first. It's okay one. Because angle EAC equals to 34. Because base angle or isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. So angle EDC will be 180 minus 34 minus 76. Now, so this one should be 110. So EDC will be 70. Oh, why? Angles in triangle lah. 这样就可以了。Like that confirm 100 marks. Confirm full marks. Okay? Complete the statement. What is the longer side of the triangle EDC? Because 1 mark. Can find lah, but why though? Let's compare what we have first. I find this question very weird. The phrasing very weird. But can find lah. Okay, EDC is 70. And then we just now found that ECD is 42. So as a result, we can also find that DEC will be 180 minus 112 will be 68. So where is the longest angle? Longest side though. Longest side, EC. Why? Because the angle that is corresponding to the side, it is the opposite. That means EC correspond to 70. DC correspond to 68. 42 correspond to this side. Okay, this is how you call correspond. For corresponding between angles and side is always the side. I look at the opposite. I look at the other end, the angle. That's how we compare for triangles. Huh? So where is the longer side? EC. Because EDC is the biggest angle. Because EDC is the largest angle of the three. That's all. Yeah, 1 mark. That's it. Okay, can? Let's continue on. This one quite straightforward. Okay, let me see whether this one going on or not. Okay, my YouTube stream still going well. Let's continue. Okay, 19. Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. Want to revise, go where? Sec 3. Sec 3 chapter. EMAT Sec 3 chapter. Either chapter 6 or 7. Sec 3. Applications of trigonometry. Okay. So once we know what topic is it on, okay, you'll be able to know where to revise your stuff. This one is on applications of trigonometry, which is on angles of elevation, angles of depression, and bearings. Okay, chapter should be chapter 7. Chapter 7. Because chapter 6 is your learning of sine rule, cosine rule, and your area of triangle. So basically, chapter 7 is the applications of trigonometry. The further applications are. So quite simple if you understand your sine rule, cosine rule, and area of triangle. Okay, so let's go into this. In the diagram, CD is a building opposite tower AB, built on horizontal ground. AB 80 meters high, CD 30 meters high. Angle of elevation of B from C is 50.6. Okay, so let's indicate in the diagram. Quite important. B from C means where are you? You're at C, correct? From where, ma? From where? Okay, so I look outwards to the top of B is here. Yeah, my straight line just on the okay, just like that. So where that means from the eye level, I look outwards. I look outwards is where 50.6. So this is 50.6. We must know they give us numbers, yes. We must know where are the numbers in the diagram lah. Okay. So calculate the angle of the top of the tower from point D. So what they want is this. I use another color. So I'm going to construct a parallel line over here that corresponds with AC. So what angle are you looking for? You are looking for this one. So this is how we need to understand certain things. So a few things we can find from here, because we are given the height of the tower AB, we are also given the angle of elevation. That means we can use what? We can use basic trigo to find our AC. AC means what? In this question context, it means the distance between the tower and the building. Okay, so let's go and find. So you see all these little blah 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 processes is the kind of thinking process that we ought to have when we are looking at these questions as well. So I can find AC first. So we can say AC because it's tangent. So tangent 50.6 is equals to 80, because it's TOA 80 over AC. So AC equals to 80 over tangent 50.6. Okay, this one where you take out calculator and use. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode because they give us in degree. Some people, when they play up measure, they play radian, then they forget to change their stuff. Okay, then they get wrong answers. Okay, so take note, degree mode. Okay, so 80 divided by tangent 50.6, I will get 65.7. 127.
Okay, I leave it as such because this is not my final answer. I don't need to round to 3 sig fig lah, find working. Okay, schools will have different regulations in terms of like the accuracy. To me, I don't really care. You just write some numbers lah, random numbers. But anyway, because this is only for writing. In calculator, I always preserve the highest level of accuracy using the calculator value. So what we can do over here to help yourself is to store this value for future working use. Okay, so I'll press store. No, not store. Oh shit. Yeah. Store A. So I'll keep this answer in A. I'm not sure you guys can see it. Yeah. It'll be 65.712 lah. So I want to key this, I want to store this value in A. So next time when I use this value for future working, I use this value of A. Okay, calculator skills, must take note. Okay, so the AC is 65.7. How do you find the angle here? Okay, so it's really not difficult. Why? Because we can focus on finding this one. And in that case, it's 50. I don't need to find 80 minus 30 is 50 lah. It's just there only. So I want to find the angle of elevation, right? So tangent theta once again. Tangent theta equals to 50 over this AC. I don't even bother writing 65.7127. I just write AC will do because it doesn't matter. As long as you are very clear that this is the value that you are referring to, and then we can always use that the calculator value. Go there and do. So 50 divided by my recall A. So this is what I will do in terms of storing and recalling values. Like that. I'll use 50 divided by A. So this will give me my highest level of accuracy. So I don't have to key in my 65.7127 all over again. Okay, so I just use 50 divided by A. That's the idea. Okay, so so that's my tangent theta value. So my theta will be tangent inverse this blah 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 value will be 37.267. Okay, this is the answer that I need to submit. So I round off this value, which is 37.3 lah, 1 dp. Because the question is asking for, this one is not bearing. So at the front, you don't need to put 0. Okay, so it shall just be 37.3. I don't know why like that 4 marks. It's too easy. Yeah. I'm sorry. This one maybe 3 marks should be just nice. 4 marks a bit too much. Anyway, good. 3 marks for you. Can? This one quite easy. Really that much? Okay, lor. So be it. Yeah. Can? Okay, let's continue. The figure below shows a square pyramid. VO is vertically opposite lah. Vertically to the base ABCD, VO is 8, BC is 7. BC is the side of a square. Because it's square pyramid. Take note. That means AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. Find the total surface area of the pyramid. Okay? A couple of things you need to find because you need to find the curve, the triangles, the 4 triangles and the bottom square base. Okay, so not difficult. Just that it's a couple of things to do. Okay. So for me, when we write this kind of things and diagrams, right, I always write out the plan first. So I do 4 times triangle. I can just openly write triangle. Then the square base. The square base I can see from here is already 7 times 7. So I can just write out 49. Okay. Are these things allowed? Yes, 100% allowed. So please go ahead and use her. Okay. So I want to find the triangle, the area of a triangle. But the triangle is the side triangle. And the height of the triangle is the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle with 8 and 7. Do you see it? The VO is the V to the base, the center of the base. So what we are looking here is 7, 8, 3.5. So from O to the midpoint of CB is 3.5. So that means we need to look at the height of the triangle first. So we write down height of triangle, which is the square root of 8 square plus 3.5 square. 64 plus 12.25 would be 70. 6.25. Okay, this one can press calculator. You will get some very weird ass value. Same thing, you get a weird ass value over here. Let me see it here. There we go. 8.732. Same thing. I want to preserve the highest level of accuracy. I will store and save this value. So I will store B, whatever. Okay. 8.732. I just write here for fun. Okay. So the area of the four times triangle, the triangle surface area will be 4. Why 4? Because 4 pieces lah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces. Okay. 4 times how many? Half of 7 of that number. So we lay out everything first, then we go and solve for individual stuff. So this one is 2 lah. So it's 14 times this whatever blah 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 value that we have. So I'll take just now the number times 14, which is about 122.249. 122.249. Okay, at the same time, then I can this is what I need already. Then I can plus 49 to get my answer. So my total SA will be 122.249 plus 49. So plus 49, I'll get 171.249. Okay, round off to 3 6 fig, 171 cm cube. Three marks. Okay lah, not that bad. Okay, so this one brings us back to Sec 2, where you learn about Pythagoras theorem. Okay, and also the volume and surface area of pyramids are Sec 2 also. Sec 2 also. Yeah, Sec 2. Sec 2. Because Sec 2 is where they first learn about Pythagoras theorem. Sec 2 chapter 5 or 6, if I'm not wrong. Okay, go and find that one. Okay, can sweet. Okay, let's continue. The pyramid is melted and recast into spheres. The radius of each sphere is 2 mm. Find the maximum number of spheres that can be recasted from the pyramid. So when they say melted and recast, what we are talking about, volume. Because I need to melt down the whole pyramid, and then it will be a volume of mole. Then using the mole, you go and recast to spheres. Okay, so that's the idea. So we need to find a few things. Number one, we need to find the volume of the pyramid. We need to find the volume of a sphere. Then we can do divide. That's the whole plan. At least have a plan in mind what you need to find first. And then at least when we work along the way, we know that we are on the correct track. Okay, let's find the volume of the sphere. Volume of the pyramid first. Volume of pyramid. Do we recall the formula? Okay, 1/3 times base area times your height. Okay, so 1/3. What's your base area? 49. What's my height? 8. Yeah, 8, correct. So this one, not very nice number lah, but at least we know that it is a number that we can work on. 392 divided by 3. 393. So it's about 131 and 1/3. 差不多这样子吧。Divide 3. 130. Sorry. Yeah, like that. Okay, so this is the volume of a pyramid, but we must know that this is in a cm cube. Each radius of the sphere is 2 mm. Okay, so units difference must take note of. So 2 mm. How do we convert mm to cm? I like working in cm lah. So a bit of decimal, never mind. Okay, if you forget mm and cm, right, please go and take out your ruler. 10 mm is 1 cm. Okay, right here, 10 mm equal 1 cm. Okay, so 2 mm is how many? 2 mm is how many cm? 0.2. So I want to find the volume of a sphere. would be equals to 4/3 pi. Then it's 0.2 cm cube. 4/3 times pi times 0.2 cube. So 4/3 times pi times 0.2 cube. You get very, very small number, 0.00333510. Something like that. Same thing, preserve the highest level of accuracy. I'll use the value here. This one is just for writing. Okay? So find the maximum number of spheres. Wow, a lot low. Because one sphere 2 mm only, so small. Like small marbles like that. Okay? So when we are working with values, also think in terms of common sense. Okay, 2 mm damn small. But this one quite big a bit. So spheres will be 130 2/3 divided by that 0.0335 whatever. Okay. So I take I store A. I still like to use storing and recording values. Safer that way also. 130 plus 2/3 divided by we call A. I'll get 3899.296. Units is correct. So I will expect my answer will be ridiculously big. This one is close to 4,000 already. But can because we understand that one sphere is damn small. It's only damn small. Okay, so it makes sense. All right. So 3 sig pig. 3,900. 3,900 because it's 3899. Too big already. Can? So you see, whenever we have a clear plan and the presentation will be very clear after that. Volume of pyramid first, then find the volume of sphere, then the number of spheres. 4 marks. So each step 1 mark, answer 1 mark. 4 marks. Can? Okay. Okay for this all. Can all? Okay, come continue. How many more questions? 3 more questions. Can. All good, all good. I can do a paper 1 today. Wow, sweet. Very, very good. Okay, 21. The group of students' donation in school A for the victims of recent volcanic eruption was recorded. The CF graph is here. 120, 0 to 6. 6 is what? Amount. $6. Okay lah, can. Okay. Use your graph to estimate the median of the donations. Median means what? I always mentioned earlier on. Median means right smack in the middle. I arrange all together, I right smack in the middle. So there are 120 students here. I go and find the median. Median means what? The 60th guy. 第60个人。第60个人。So from here, we see that it's very faded. It's about here. I try my best to let you all see. It's here. 60, correct. So it's 2 to 3. So it's median is 2块半, 250, 260, 270. Median 270. Okay. Interquartile range. Interquartile range is where we find the upper percentile and lower percentile, the 75th percentile and the 25th percentile. So we need to understand that these 120 people. So the 25th percentile will be the 30th guy. Okay, and the 30th and the 90th. I need to go and find our values and then find a difference. That's called interquartile range. Okay, so the 30th guy is $2. This one quite straightforward. The lines are quite obvious. 90th guy then? Oh, 90th guy is in the middle of a gap. So it's a 350 something, I guess. I say I go out of the screen to go and see the number already. So it's a 350, 360, 365. Looks like 365 to me. Okay, so what's the difference? Okay, 165. 165. That's the idea. Okay, $365 minus $2, $165. Okay. Okay, can. C. The box and whisker plot below shows the distribution of students collected from students in school B. So in another school. So box and whiskers. Okay, okay. Let's do a quick recap. Box and whiskers allow us to give there's another name for it. It's called 5-point graph. 5 points. What are the 5 points? Your minimum point, your lower quartile, your median, your upper quartile, and your max. So this is your minimum amount, your min max. Okay, this is your lower quartile range, upper quartile, and this is your median. These are your 5 points of your 5-point graph, aka box and whiskers. Because got one box and then got 2 lines come up, called box and whiskers. Okay, which school is more generous in the donation? Why must compare charity leh? Don't compare charity lah, 做善事而已嘛，不要这样嘞。Like that also want to compare ah? Can I don't do a question? Kidding. But compare charity a bit weird ah. Can lah. Let's have a look which school is more generous? A few things we can compare. We can compare the median. We can compare the interquartile range. Min max are too wide already because we don't know how many students are there in school B. School B will not tell you what's the count or what's the frequency. In school A, they tell you it's 120 because it's cumulative frequency graph. Okay, so this one must take note. So we can see median here. The median is 3. There median 270. Okay, then we see the interquartile range. Interquartile range. Also quickly recap. What does interquartile range help us to find out? Is to find out how consistent is the data. If the interquartile range is quite big, that means the range of the people who are donating the spectrum is quite big. If the interquartile range is small, it means most of the people in the population are donating amount very close to the median amount. That means what? More consistent. So we are talking about consistency here. Okay, so from here I see that the interquartile range is 4 and 250. So the interquartile range is 150. Okay, so we just take down a quick notes first. Okay, inter is 150. The median is 3. Which one more generous? School B. Okay, justify your answer with 2 reasons. 2 reasons means you need 2 things to compare. Number 1, school B has a higher median. Of 3 compared to 270 in A. So that's the first one. So I use the median. I say that school B has a higher median. This is how we compare. Then at the same time, we can say that that's the second reason. School B has a lower interquartile range. Interquartile range. Which shows that which shows a higher consistent amount donated close to the median compared to A. Sometimes 2 marks this is the only part where you need to write essay. Need to just like doing science like that need to write a lot of stuff okay. But we make it clear. School B has a lower interquartile range, which shows a higher consistent amount. Or you can say more consistent amount donated close to the median as compared to A. That means the people, because The interquartile range represents a deviation from the middle. So the middle is 3, the range is about 150. So as compared to school A where it's 270 and the range is higher. So that means there will be more students, right, donating amount that's vastly different. So the numbers and the donations are no longer that consistent as close to the median. So there will be a chance where people will be donating a very high amount, and then there will be another person donating a very low amount. The spectrum is very big if the interquartile range is very big. That is how we understand statistics. Okay, so we are talking about the consistency here. So a few words that we must talk about when we were to write our justifications. Number one, higher median. We talk about the median. Number two, we talk about lower interquartile range. These are the main two justifying. Oh, I see. Can okay. Is this the last question? Second last. Oh, it's all together. So it's one last question with a lot of vectors. Okay. I know that maybe some of you have not learned vectors yet. That's why it's always the last question. But I will just run through first in case you guys want to see in the future and to maybe saw my YouTube video somehow down the road. You guys will be able to see this. Okay. So in the diagram, BC is 4BD and DA is 5DX. Okay. BD is A, CM is 2B. So before we go into looking at the questions, we need to make sure we are clear on the diagram first. Like for example, they say BC is 4BD. So the whole thing of BC, let's zoom in on the diagram. The whole of BC is 4 times of BD, and BD is A. That means we must straight away write down that BC is 3A. So the more things that we indicate on a diagram, it will aid us later on. Okay, whether or not the question got asked for it, we go and focus on what we can see on diagram first. Very important. Okay, then we see, okay, DA is 5DX. DA is the whole thing, is 5DX. That means if this is 1 unit, DX is 5 units. If DX is 1 unit, okay, I write clearer here. If DX is 1 unit, DA, the whole thing is 5 units. That means XA is 4 units. Why I circle? Because this one is to indicate case in the future there are any other comparison or any other lengths, we will not be confused. So that's why I draw circle. Okay, this one, where does this idea or concept of drawing circles and other shapes for? I used it in P6 intersecting diagrams. It's to be used here also. Okay, so as you can see, some concepts and techniques are being used, right, are universally applicable across primary school and secondary school. 都是可以用的. Okay, so M is the midpoint of AC. M is the midpoint of AC. It means what? Means these two are the equal. That means MA is also 2B. But I draw that 2 lines, right, is enough for us to indicate. So we just need to take note that MA is equal to CN, which is equal to 2B. Okay, so later on we will use this. We see whether we are able to, is there a need to use any of this information to solve our questions. Okay, so this is the idea for solving for vectors. Now let's start on the questions. Express as simply as possible in terms of A and B. DC 干净啦就是 DC 了咯。See, there we go. That's why 3A. So you see the amount of prep work that we done in front, right? The more prep work and the more we understand the diagram in front, the faster we can do our questions. That's the idea. Okay. So anyway, it's only 1 mark. That means we can do it in advance first lah. Okay. Let's continue. DA. DA. DA is the whole thing. So we see it's from D to C to A. Okay, so let's write down here. In total, that should be 1 mark also. So DA equals to DC plus CA. I know this one can straight away write down the answer, but I just want to show you the whole process. Okay, the breakdown process of the thinking. Okay, So what's DC? DC is 3A. Have already. What is CA? Remember just now we got CA, and then we draw the two lines. This tells us that CA is twice of CM. So we can straight away write down here. It's twice of CM. So basically, the idea is I want to always break it down and simplify such that I can put in very convenient things that I have. I'm given CM. CM is 2B. Remember? Where? Here. And here. Okay? Can So it's 2个 CM, 2 sets of CM. So it's 2 times 2B, which will give me 3A plus 4B. Answer 3A plus 4B. Why a bit of working lah? So your thought process will be clear. That's what I've always been whining about. Okay, fine. DX. Okay, DX. Remember the 4 units that we circle? Oh shit, 10%. Okay, change battery. There we go. Okay. DX is 1 unit. Remember the 1 unit I saw that we circled? This will help us already. Why? Because this will help us understand that DX is 1/5 of DA. Okay, so this is what we can write down. DX equals to 1/5 of DA. And DA is what we have found earlier on in the part 2. So we can borrow that inside here. So our expand this will be 3/5 A plus 4/5 of B. What happened to my Instagram again? It's still unable to connect. Why are it's a stop 住我 Sending data. Unable to connect. Why? Why? Am I supposed to do it again? Is it a fixed message or something? It looks like a fixed duration. I got one last question. Let me finish this can or ayo. I don't want discard video, can? I just refresh. Wow, Instagram jialat sia. Then I have to use the same thing again. 好吧. If I have to, I have to lor. Okay, copy. Maybe it's of a fixed timing 咯，要不然的话很难的这样子。Maybe it's a fixed timing or like maybe 1.5 hours. Right? First time doing stream on IG. I don't know how many people are watching also, but hopefully I will review on this later on lah. Okay, sending data. Okay, so in the meantime, let me just go and write down my 3/5 A plus 4/5 B. Okay, let's continue on this one. Okay, so okay, go live. Okay, live now. Streaming, okay, can. Anyway, last question already. For those of you who just came in a bit late. I started this thing since 10:30. Okay, so 10:30 to 12:30, 2 hours. Okay, just nice. Okay. So we were working on the 2022 Sec 4 Prelim Maps paper. So for those of you who just came in a bit late, go and watch my previous lives. On how to do this paper. Okay. I will consider putting this paper on my other channels also, maybe my WhatsApp channel. So those of you who want to have a copy of this blank paper and do with my live, okay, feel free to reach out to me on that. Okay. Okay, last question. Let's continue with it. Finishing up already. Show that BX is 4/5 of 2A plus B. So let's go back and see what is BX. BX, okay? So for BX is BD to DX. So we can break down the process here. So BX equals to BD plus DX. Okay, so what is BD? BD they already give us in the question already, which is A. Then the DX in a way we cope from the previous part which is DX. Okay, so it's 3/5 A plus 4/5 B. Okay, and then we go and simplify the things a bit, which is 8/5A plus 4/5 B. But the thing is that I cannot leave it like that. What we need to do is we need to go and take out the 4/5 as a common factor. 4/5, so I left with 2A plus B, like that. Yeah, so shown. Anyway, it's only 1 mark lah, so shouldn't be an issue also. So shown. This is the full working process lah. So I try to make it as clear as possible. Huh? Okay, express BM in terms of A and B as simply as possible. 也是一分而已。BM, where's BM? Okay, same thing. This one quite straightforward also because it's BC plus CM. Okay, equals to BC plus CM. BC we already know already. Just now is A plus 3A. So it's 4A. CM is 2B. Just like that. Simplify 没有东西好 simplify 就这样子而已。Anyway, 1 mark only. So it's 4A plus 2B. Okay, one thing we must take note is a very possible and a very common mutation. And what kind of question would they ask is whether they ask you to prove or explain whether BXM are collinear. Very typical, very common question. And we must say yes, it is because it has the same unit vector. Because the unit vector is 2A plus B. Okay, so this one you can go and see. But BX we already have already, which is 4/5 of 2A plus B. BM is 4A plus 2B. So we know it's confirmed it's collinear. Can? Next, BX over BM. This is the thing. When you talk about collinear, right? We also need to talk about proportions as well. Okay, so just now we have 4 BX is 4/5, that thing, and then BM is that one. So if I were to write everything together, how will it look like? It will look like that. So BX over BM will be 4/5 of 2A plus B over. So what I want to do here at the same time, right, is to make 2A plus B out of the 4A plus 2B. So I can factorize out my 2A plus B from here. So you see that I'm looking at comparison. The unit vector is not needed anymore. I'm looking at 4/5 to 2. That is my ratio already. Okay, so I just need to simplify this. I can find my answer already. Answer 2/5. Okay, this one can think of it as a 4/5 times half lah. Because divide by 2 mah. So 4/5 times half lah. So 2/5 lah. So answer 2/5. 2/5, 1 mark. Okay. So next, the triangle ABX to AMX. Let's see. ABX to AMX. Okay. Interestingly, this one it is also because I'm looking at the triangles which is here and here. Interestingly, they have the same height. Therefore, the area of the proportion of the areas, right, is dependent on the proportion of BX to BM. Do you see it? Okay. A lot of people may not be able to relate this instantly. Okay. So I break it down a bit. So ABX is half times the height times ABX. ABX is AB. So over half times the same height to AX. Okay. So this A, let's go back using this idea. Let's go back and see. ABA is half of the height, some height lah. This height lah, basically is essentially this perpendicular height, in which I don't care what it is. I know it's same kind already. So half times the height times BX. Then AMX is half times that same height times BM. So I'm actually looking at the proportion of BX to BM. That's the idea that we're looking at. So as we go back down here, these two things cancel out. We are looking at the proportion between AB and AX. That's the idea. Okay, so let's go back up and see again. BX BM 啦，我在讲什么 ？BX BM BX and MX like that. So do you see that this number we have found in the previous part are 2/5? Okay, AMX, ABX and AMX. So it's this one and this one. So it's 2/5. BX MX. Okay, let's confirm again. In case we get too complacent over this. BX MX. That is BX to BM. BX to BM. Oh, we fell into the trap. Okay. BX to BM, this one is confirmed correct. So this is 2/5. Okay, but this is BX to MX because if we recall, B is here, M is here, X is here. So just now in the previous part is BX, the whole thing, to BM. So actually this one must change also. BX to BM. No, is my X correct? Oh, BXM. Sorry, 我的位置放错。Okay. BX X M like that. So BX to BM is 2/5. So you see, we need to think a bit further on this. The whole thing, the whole length is 5 units, and BX takes 2. The whole thing is 5. That means XM is 3. That means in terms of the area, right? It's not 2/5. It's 2/3. Because I'm looking at the ratio between BX and XM. Like that. BX and XM. That's now you're taking the whole thing. A bit wrong. Yeah, whatever. So this is X. This one, this one is X. This is B. No, this is B. This is X. This is M. So it's BM, BX, BX, BM. Can you follow? So it's 2/3. Okay. Okay, last one. ABX to ABC. ABX to ABC. Oh, that's a big one. ABX to ABC, which is the whole triangle. Okay. Very interestingly, this one we need to use a bit of extra stuff as well. Why? We need to look at A, M, C as well. You see, let's consider this. Since we need to compare triangle MBC and MBA first. And we must decide that they are the same area. Why? Because AM equal to MC. Okay? So you see that I write down, this is for working and this is for thinking wise. No need to write as working. Because ABS is part of AMX. Right? And AMX is half of ABC. Because ABC is the entire triangle, ABC. So I need to find that because from the previous part, we have already understood that ABX is 2/3 of AMX. 2/3 of AMX. That means the entirety of triangle ABX is 5 units. This is 5 units. ABX. Okay, so the whole thing here, I use another color. The whole thing here, this is 5 units. Because why? Because this is 2 units. Okay. This is 5 units. This is 2 units. And this is 3 units. Okay, we need to have this distinction first. Because the entirety of ABM is half of the entire triangle. So the entire triangle should be 10 units because 5 times 2. Okay, so technically, with these illustrations going on, we can already straight away say that because AMX is half of ABC. ABC, if I were to break it apart like this, so if I do it in ratio, is might be better for you also. So I need to consider AMX, no, sorry, ABX to AMX to ABC. No, ABX to AB. What's the triangle again? ABM to ABC, like that. So ABX is 2, the whole thing is 5, and ABC is twice of ABM, which is 10. AMX. No, it's not AMX. So I clarify the working a bit. Hey, what happened to my IG layout? Oh no. Eh, so weird. Never mind, last question already. I don't know what happened to my IG layout. It just popped up by itself. It just, oh, this is very bad. You go on Instagram. Oh no, it looks weird now. Okay, but anyway, last question already. The IG layout went a bit off because I think some formatting issues. That's very bad. But let me try to adjust then. Or I hide my view first. Hide self view. It enabled until another video to display. Okay lah. Then I just leave like that first. So you can we see both my face. But whatever. Ending already. So I want to find ABX to ABC. Answer will be 1 to 5. 1. So in terms of fractions, so it's 1 to 5. 1/5. Done. Okay. Oh, this is very bad. Oh, wait. Oh. So I want to find ABX to ABC. Answer will be 1 to 5. Okay, my IG formatting went all the way off lah. So I'll end my IG first. And then I'll do the wrap up for you on YouTube. Okay. But anyway, those of you who managed to stay for IG, okay, I know that not many people are watching IG at this point in time because most people that I want to send this video to are schooling right now. Okay, but this is just for documenting and experimenting process. I will be reviewing the process and the streaming settings and all that stuff later on. Okay, but hopefully hope that the people on IG and some of my friends came in as well. For those of you who came in, thanks for coming in. I'm still reviewing on this. I'm still trying things out, and subsequently I'll be doing more papers. If y'all got somehow your niece and nephews need some help on this and y'all find some benefit from this, you can always refer them to me or my streams or my videos or my YouTube. Okay, so I'll end the IG first. I'll end the IG first and I'll see how it goes from there. Okay, can bye bye to those on IG. Okay, bye bye. Okay, 应该是停了吧。Okay, stop 了。Okay, so back to people on YouTube. Okay, this is like I mentioned, this serves as a documentary process. So I'm looking to put this paper somewhere in my YouTube comments or something. Then y'all can go and do. Y'all go and look out for the video. Okay. That will be all for paper 1. Overall difficulty level. It's only a 5 out of 10. I think this is pretty easy. It's pretty easy. 5 out of 10. It's not that. The paper is not that tough. So maybe I will expect tougher questions in the paper 2. The paper 2, maybe the next session I can do paper 2. Okay. Let me know what you guys think of the stream and leave your comments down below. Go and the same old stuff, like, subscribe, share, okay, so that my videos can reach out to more people. I don't know how far am I going to continue doing this, but this is purely entirely based on what you guys share with me, and then I will just pay her and do along from there. Okay, hopefully my papers and my videos is helping you. For those of you who do not have any tuition or service, I really hope that these streams can help you in any small bit. If you need any math academic help or whatsoever, just throw your comments in the YouTube videos that you see. Then I can answer from there. I'm very responsive to comments. Okay, so just drop your ideas, comments, what paper you want me to do. If you can, better still, drop me a link to the paper so I can do on the spot. Also can. Okay, let me know how it works. Then I'll see you in the next video. Okay, that will be all.